So, Rosie, with every interview I start with, I say this. If you could sum your career up in one word so far, how would you describe it?
Chaotic.
Why
Roller
chaotic?
coaster, chaotic. Because like I've obviously I debuted in 2018, and ever since then it's been like, chaotic, like as in like 1 minute there's so much, next minute there's nothing. Then you take a step away, you get injured, you have life going on. So I'd say it's just chaotic.
That just sounds chaotic the way you've just described it.
Yeah, exactly. That's my wrestling career in a nutshell. Chaotic.
Wow. I mean, obviously we're on Sunday. Rosie, how's the week been for yourself? All right.
Yeah, it's been fine. Been working. I mean, my shoot job, should I say, is climbing the telegraph poles. So I've been doing that all week.
How do you go from that to wrestling? I've got to ask.
I mean, it doesn't put me in the fear of climbing up. Like wrestling, I climb up in ropes, no bother. Sure, I can climb up 50-foot telegraph poles, no problem.
I mean, let's be honest, telegraph poles are a lot taller.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
Oh dear, I'm going to enjoy this one already. Is it cold gone? Because I know you had a bit of a cold when we spoke last time.
Yeah, cold's gone. I was actually in Blackpool. My wee sister's a professional dancer. So I was in Blackpool, and I don't know, these kids, they all just came to Blackpool with something, and it just spread like wildfire.
That's the thing with cold though. Sometimes it can take weeks. Sometimes it just takes days, right?
Yeah, like I think I was fine a few days later, but I'm not even kidding on. I was like updating my will and everything that day. Like I was so ill.
So, Rosie, let's actually start at the beginning. I mean, how did you first discover wrestling?
So my wee brother, he's also a professional wrestler in the independent scene, Logan Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had went to go and see him debut, and I'd got talking to Kid Fite, who's my trainer. And he was like, listen, you enjoy it. Like, we need more females. Like, come on, just get a shot. And I started talking to Logan, but I'll call him Chris. Like, he's my wee brother. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I said to him, I think I might try that. And Chris turned to me and laughed and went, I'll give you £100 if you last more than a month, which I did. And as I've said in previous interviews, and I'll keep saying it, I've still not got that £100.
Do you remind him every time?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And doing these podcasts is like a permanent reminder to him that he still owes me it.
Well, you know which bit I'm going to clip when this goes out.
Not the telegraph poles.
Oh, that. Well, both. I don't know. Dear. So then, obviously, PBW. Tell us about that.
Yeah, PBW. It's a brilliant place. Like it's became like my wee second family. Like they're all a bit unhinged, but they're the most brilliant group of people ever. And like, some people go to training and they bounce about and they go to different trains, and I just can't imagine doing that because like PBW is my safe space. It's where I feel at home, and it's where I feel like if I've got something personal going on in my life, they're there for me. We're like a really confusing, weird family, but I love it. I couldn't see by PBW, and like the trainers there, like so you've got Kid Fight, like phenomenal guy. You've got Logan Smith, my wee brother, like, and then Angel Hayze, also one of the coaches there. You've got such a good group of coaches, and then the talent that's came out of PBW is undeniable. So you can't even like argue that it's not a fantastic training facility. But it's not just training to us; it's our family as well.
I like that. Would you say then wrestlers one of those things where you can take your mind off stuff?
Yeah, yeah. It's like where you can escape your everyday life, your reality for a bit, and just become the person that you kind of wish you could be sometimes, like that carefree. They do what they want. They plan their whole agenda, but like life is just so much a roller coaster at times. You don't get a chance to, escape reality for a bit in your personal life. So wrestling becomes that escape for a lot of people, and it's to me, it's always a safe space. It's always a place you can be who you want to be without feeling judged or feeling like people are, thinking, who is that crazy woman? Like, people don't care what you're like, they just accept you. It's inclusive wrestling.
One of the things I see throughout wrestling shows is wrestling's for everyone.
It is, and it definitely is. Like, no matter what your ability is, what age you are, like, if you have that passion and that drive, you can become a wrestler. There's nothing stopping you if you've went, oh, I fancy that. Like, I started wrestling when I was what, 19. So in this day and age, I was a late bloomer for wrestling. I'm going on 30 and I'm still going for it. Like, there's not an age cap on when you can start, and there's not gender, and there's not like a sexuality you need to be a wrestler. You can be a wrestler no matter what your ability is, whether you struggle with like neurodiverse. It's a place for everyone.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned obviously kid fight and stuff like that. What's some of the biggest things he's taught you?
Biggest things that kid fight has taught me is to be myself and to trust in our abilities. Like, oh, and like how to look after ourselves. And kid fight doesn't just train wrestlers, he trains minds as well. Like, he trains us on how to handle situations, and like gives advice on what he thinks would be the best way to go around that. Like, even once we've been training for that many years, he'll still work with you going, this is how I think you can do better. The man is just full of advice and wisdom. Like, he knows the business inside and out, and he teaches people the business side. It's not just here's how to be a wrestler, it's like here's how to do the business side of being a wrestler. And yeah, man's always giving advice out and giving, like, but the most part is be yourself, and if people don't like it, then see them later. Like, don't be someone else for whoever you're in front of.
You can swear to it. We will allow it, by the way.
I know, pure Glaswegian and me's going, don't swear, don't swear, don't swear, don't swear.
We don't mind swearing. Do you know what I mean? Just be yourself. That's all we ask.
I know my mum would fall out with me though if I swore.
Oh, sorry, Mum.
Sorry, Senga.
Would you say then wrestling's one of those things where you're constantly learning, regardless of how long you've been doing it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, you never stop learning. Like, it's constantly changing, it's constantly evolving. Like, people are discovering, coming up with these new random moves, and yeah, like, as wrestling develops, the people are developing with it, and you're learning more as you go on. Like, all the babies coming in and going, this is how to do it. Like, look at how I do it. You're constantly learning different ways for what you do your own move set to, like, somebody else showing you something, like a different cool way to get into it. And to me, that's what I want to do. I want to learn. I want to see that there's a different way, or instead of using the same boring old way. Like, it catches a crowd, doesn't it? If you've always got that same move, they expect it. But if you do something differently, get into that move because someone's shown you, it's going to catch them off guard, but you're still using your own move. Like, uh, I feel like wrestling's constantly evolving, and people are learning new things and doing new things, and it's allowing us to be able to go with that change as well.
Absolutely. So talk us through obviously that first training session you went to. What was that like?
Um, goodness, now you're asking me. I'm gonna have to go back nearly a decade. I mean, I was comfortable because I already knew Angel Hayze and I already knew Logan Smith. So I already knew the two from personal life. So when I walked in, it was crazy. There was all just these young boys, couple of young girls running around, and I'm like, what's going on? Um, but after that, I kind of got pulled to the side with one of the girls, Emily Hayden. I don't think she's really around anymore, but she was really big when I was around. Um, yeah, Emily Hayden, and she was kind of helping me with my bumps and stuff, and people were coming up and introducing themselves. It was never really like, oh, there's a new person, don't speak to them. Like, everyone was introducing themselves. I remember being absolutely nerve-wracked because I walked in, there's no wrestling ring, it's just a few mats on the floor, and I'm like,
What the
how?
fuck?
I'm like, I can already see the back problems kicking in. Like, so yeah, it was overwhelming because you're getting shown how to like do things safely, like landing safely is like your first thing you learn. I remember thinking, I'm going to willingly fling myself backwards. I'm like, well, why not? Like, I've committed now, I may as well. So it was like a mixture between like anxious and also like overwhelmed as well, because I'm like, I don't know what I was expecting when I got there, but it wasn't like a room with mats and a crash mat. Like,
I mean, you climb up 50-foot poles. I mean, what's this going to be?
yeah, I know, but you know.
Oh dear. How would you say women's wrestling's evolving? Because that's one thing I think evolves so much, especially in the UK scene.
Yeah, definitely. No, women's wrestling is making its mark now. Like, I mean, I think it's been constantly evolving for ages. Like, Eve is a big, massive one that you always see.
Mhm.
Like, and like I wrestled for, well, way back when I could run the line for myself. um, but yeah, I mean, they kick-started like women's wrestling, and then look at them recently, O2. Like, Um, then you had like fierce females in Scotland. Now PBW run an all women's show once a year as well. Women are like get like used to be a 5 March card, and the women were either first or no, they were either second, sorry, or number five. All the fans needed a pee before the main event. Um, but now like women are main eventing, they're opening shows. There's like maybe rather than one female match on the card, there's like two or three. Like women's wrestling is becoming more and more prominent, and like that's shown for like phenomenal wrestlers like Harley Hudson. Like
Mhm.
you've got Harley Hudson, you've got Rio, you've got yeah, I could go on and on and on all day about like the talents in wrestling, Myla Grace, like you've got them all, and they're the ones setting the barriers and the tones for us. Like the independent scene, they came from that era of fighting for women to get more recognition on shows, and it goes to show like that fight was worth it. Um, like I mean, it's phenomenal. Like up in Scotland, you've got Kelly, you've got Molly Spartan, Casey, sorry, you've got all of them up in Scotland that also paved the way for us to get that recognition. So it is phenomenal what women's wrestling has become. Like it's becoming more and more popular, more and more demand, and women are shown that they can put on a show. Not that it was ever doubted, but now it's like, yeah, we are going to book these females. Like,
It's like you said there, I mean, you just mentioned some great names there. Even Angel Hayes, you could add so many people to that list.
yeah, exactly. Like Angel Hayes, like she basically took a big massive part in training me. Um, and look at her right now. She'll be over to Japan. Like she'll be in Japan now for 3 months. Like, and how many years did that take her? She's been around since she was what, 13, and that's her now hitting 25 and finally got there because of that drive, that determination to prove that females are there. And I mean, Angel Hayes is everywhere. Like her name is like Hollywood sign now. Like,
Even somebody who I respect as well as Casey Owens, I love her mindset for the
yeah.
business as well.
Oh, Casey Owens, she is. See, even out the ring as well, phenomenal person. Like, just such genuine, down to earth. And I've had the pleasure of stepping in with her in the ring a few times, and the feedback she's gave me has been sensational. Like, she's the woman that her mind knows wrestling inside, outside, anything to do with wrestling. She knows, and she wants to help us females that are in the independent scene and wants us to develop and wants us to grow. And she's one of these individuals that are like they will go out their way to help. Like they're not the one that will stand back and just watch you fail. Like they want you to succeed, and that's Casey Owens in a nutshell. Like she's somebody I look up to a lot. Like in wrestling, like when I wrestled her for the first time, it was like an honor and a privilege. Like I almost fangirled because I looked up to her so much when I was training. How well she does and how she conducts herself and speaks to us as well. Like she's a height of professionalism and the loveliest woman you'll ever meet. Genuinely.
Absolutely. I mean, tell us a little bit about the Scottish wrestling scene, because I'm always wanting to learn this.
Yeah. What do you want to know about it?
Just well, obviously I know ICW, obviously Iron Girders, but tell us a little bit beyond that.
Yeah, so Scotland, there is so many amazing companies out there in the independent scene. Obviously, I'll keep bigging it up, but PBW, massive. They're just about to celebrate their 20-year anniversary in Airdrie and Greenock Town Halls. You've got all the other, like, you've got Saltire, you've got Discovery, you've got now PWR, you've got Iron Girders, like GPWA. There is just so much. You've got Pro 2 Inertia, like there is so much happening in Scotland. And then the big one as well in Scotland, BCW, like Graham Mackay. Like it is phenomenal, and the talent on these shows is like second to none. Like these are the guys that are down in England wrestling quite a lot, but they live in Scotland and they create that environment in Scotland and that scene in Scotland, and then bring it to England as well. Like there's it's so hard to put into words, the Scottish scene. Like there is constantly something going on, and everyone's fighting for that spot, but everyone fighting is phenomenal. Like I wouldn't be able to sit back as a promoter and pick who I wanted on my show, because the talent getting used and the talent in Scotland now is phenomenal, and these companies are growing and growing and growing. They're like joining arms and legs with English companies, and they're bringing English people up, Scottish people down. Like everybody is mingling in the UK. Like there's not, I wouldn't say there's any promotion that isn't like trying to use a Scottish individual or wanting more recognition from the Scottish scene down there, or vice versa. The Scottish scene, we are like, they use people from England, like they come up. It's a lovely scene in the now in Scottish wrestling. Like everyone is really enjoying it. Like it's all fun. Like we're all enjoying ourselves. Like you can see it when we're all out there and we're out in the ring. We're having a great time. Like we're there because we enjoy what we're doing. No matter how competitive it is, we all kind of, well, I can only say from PBW's point of view, we're always dead happy for someone achieving a success, because that's how it goes. And well, I know in my Scottish training one, yeah, like we will support each other and we want to see each other doing well and getting like the big shows like BCW, ICW, even Iron Girders is one of the big ones. And now, like, we see somebody getting on one of these shows, we're so chuffed. Like we want to see that, because it's more recognition for us Scottish folk.
Absolutely. So for people obviously listening, you can pick one person to watch from the female side, one person to watch from the male side in Scotland, who other?
Just to watch.
Yep. Or like ones to watch, like
like ones that are up and coming.
Yep.
Mine for females, I would be keeping an eye on Peyton Lee and Piper Reynolds. They're two that kind of up and coming. I would have said Katie Mills, but she's already out there. But they two, Piper Reynolds, Peyton Lee, keep your eye out. Males, goodness, because there's so many males. I could be here all day. You've got one of the big ones that I enjoy watching is Sam Abu. Phenomenal. Like he is phenomenal. And Alex Parker, he's phenomenal as well. Like he has been around for a bit, but he's kind of just breaking back out again, and it's a well-deserved breaking back out that he's going to be having. Also, I know you said one, but that's not how my brain works, so we're going for three. John Tretton as well. He's one to keep an eye on.
Well, we're going to be for another hour, but you're all right. Dear. Talk a little bit about Basically Bi. How that all come about?
Oh, my boy Danny K. So we wrestle at Pride Wrestling. The last show I was supposed to be on, however, I came down with a sickness bug and I physically couldn't move. Anytime I went to get out of my bed, we all know how it went, right? If you've ever had a 24-hour sickness bug, you know. after that, it was a case of reached out, like, we're doing a tag team tournament. I was like, ah, fantastic. That sounds great. Just sat back a wee bit, and then I get a message from Danny Kay, also known as Kian. He messaged me. He's like, yeah, you do realise you're my tag partner for this? And I was like, sorry. So I know Danny Kay, or Danny, I keep saying Danny Kay. Kian won't mind me telling you. Kian is gay, and I am also gay. So we thought, quite funny. We'll call each other basically bi because you like men, I like women. We're basically bi, aren't we? Like, so that's how that came about. And yeah, since then we've made it to we are on to the finals for the tag tournament. So we'll see what happens at Pride Mania in May.
There you go. Stay tuned for that. That kind of leads me obviously on to my next point is what's some of the challenges you obviously face in wrestling?
I don't. That's quite a hard one. I mean, to me, like me being a lesbian has never been an issue in the wrestling scene. It's never been an issue. Like, some of my struggles as personal has been my mental health. At times, I've struggled mentally. I had a very big life changing event that happened, and it really affected how I perceived wrestling and how much I enjoyed wrestling. So that made me take a step away. So after that step away, I would say coming back from that step away, and everyone, like, I kind of left at my peak. I left at the peak of how well I was doing. Like, I was on ICW, I was doing this, I was doing that constantly. I was all over. I was in Ireland. Like, I was at my peak of wrestling, and I walked away. So coming back, and then I found it difficult. Like, people that were maybe like just started out their training when I left were then now above where I was before I left. That was challenging because trying to integrate yourself back into that is difficult. It still is difficult. I've been back a year and still trying to find my feet again. It's difficult because I never wanted to be treated like I deserved every opportunity when I came back where I was. I wanted to start from the beginning again. But sometimes I found that a struggle of going, well, I could easily be on that show, but no, I don't want to. Like, I think that's still an internal battle I have with myself. Is like, if I hadn't left, where would I be now? But I left, so I kind of have to face the consequence of that and try and get back to where I was. And I know since I've left, there's so much phenomenal talent that's came on that it's so much more competitive with females. Like, not saying back when I was, there was nothing, there was, but I was at the peak and I left during that peak. So that's always something I still struggle with, is leaving when who knows where I'd be right now if I hadn't had that big life event and decided to walk away for a bit.
Did you feel like that was necessary though, Joe, to step away?
Sorry?
Did you feel like it was necessary to step away?
Yeah, I was really struggling. I couldn't focus when I was at training, couldn't focus during matches. And I was like, I am either going to hurt myself or hurt somebody else. And I can't have that on my conscience to hurt someone or basically cause hurt to myself, because I was struggling mentally. And sometimes when you're struggling mentally, you don't think about your rights and your wrongs, or you don't know when enough's enough and when there's a mistake. Like, and with that one mistake, I've made my mental health worse, probably, because I wouldn't have forgave myself if I had caused hurt to someone else because my mind wasn't in it. So I had to, yeah, for my own sake and for the sake of, like, my own conscience as well, because that's just kept playing on my head. Then every match, like, if I forget this, I'm going to hurt them. If I do this, I'm going to hurt them. And I was like, nope, I need to take a step back until I know that my mental health is fit and fine again.
If you don't mind me asking, how are you mentally now?
Brilliant, fantastic, yeah. It took me a couple of years, but I'm finally back to a place where I remember myself, if that makes sense. Like I recognise who I am again. Um, those few years I couldn't recognise who I was anymore, and that kind of scared me. So now I'm at a point where I recognise myself, and I don't mind opening up about stuff like this because at the end of the day, we're all going to suffer, and it's all right to suffer. It's just how you get out the other end. And I just basically started again, started for the beginning, and always say, I closed the story rather than I finished that chapter and started a new one. I literally took the book and shut it and started a new book. Um, like a kind of writer's draft. Nope, that was rubbish. Let's start again. Um, so yeah, I don't mind because everyone suffers at some point in their life, and I think it's only right to obviously call that out that it's okay to be struggling. It's just how you get through that struggling is the important part.
Absolutely. And for people obviously listening, if you are struggling with your mental health, go check out Wrestle Wellbeing, which is a good friend of mine. He's obviously got his podcast for mental health. So if you obviously want to speak about it, Rosie, go reach out to him, tell him I sent you, then obviously it gives you a chance to speak.
Definitely, and I would recommend if anyone feels like that, definitely listen to Liam and get yourself down there.
Yep, there you go, and stuff like that. So for you, obviously, before you go out and perform, how do you get yourself in the zone? Because I imagine you're a bubbly person backstage.
You would be correct. I'm like that annoying little, what is it, that annoying little puppy that won't leave you alone when you're busy. Like I'm that. I'm like the wee puppy that's like, hi, every 2 minutes. um, you know what? I actually, to get ready, I just, weirdly enough, I pace back and forth. I'll literally pace back and forth and do this with my hands, like as if I'm trying to get rid of all that, like, energy. And I tend to, for me to get ready, I don't feel like I'm in character until I put my wrestling gear on. And then that's when I start going, right, serious time. Like, behave yourself, Rosie. Like, what you up to? I'm usually a kind of monster, because why not?
Wait, I've got the zero sugar one technically.
Oh, no, I'm allergic to zero sugar.
Oh dear. Let's turn that question 180. How do you wind down after a match?
I usually just sit questioning what just happened. Like every time I just sit where I am and go, what just happened? And like, I don't know, I seem to always still have energy, so I'm like bouncing about like that. Woo! Like, so it's not really any unwinding down for me until I get home. And then it's like, let's put on the telly, and my missus tells me to shut up. I'm doing her head in. Like,
That kind of leads me on to my next point is how do you juggle obviously wrestling, work, personal life? Is it hard?
um, sometimes work can be like really random hours. Like there's no guarantee I'm going to finish at 5 o'clock. There's no guarantee I'm going to finish at 7 o'clock. It just depends on when I get finished, really. Um, I also play football as well, so I play in like a women's team for football. So I've also got that. I've not been juggling that great recently, but but personal life as well. My partner, she works Monday to Saturday, so she's crazy herself. She owns her own dance school, so she works out of hours for what I would work. So tends to like wrestling falls when she's working. So with my personal life as well, like my personal life is like my wrestling pals. That sounds sad, right? I don't mean it to sound sad, but like I'm quite happy at home. I have my partner. Like I'm very close with my family. So I stay in contact with them with phone. So I live over an hour from my family. And juggling is like, I'm not very good at actually juggling, but I'm all right with managing like things that I've got going on. So there's always a priority. Like my partner's like my biggest supporter. Like she's always pushing me to like, I'm like, oh no, but that means a whole day away from the house. And she's got, but it's a day doing something you love. Like, um, having that support at home makes it all the easier to juggle it, because you're not having that judgment of, for God's sake, you've wrestled for 3 days now, come on, stop. Like, she will actively encourage me to keep going. Like, so yeah, like, I must be lucky in something, because I don't find it hard to juggle things, unless it's like I can't make a show because I'm working, but that's just the nature of life. It's a bit rubbish sometimes, but other times, like, if I don't have a job, I don't know how I'm paying my mortgage this week.
Oh dear. So we're posting obviously on Instagram for some fan questions, and we've got two here. Heel
Okay.
turn media. It's heel turn media ask, what's the toughest aspect of being a wrestler?
Wow, toughest aspect of being a wrestler. I think it's sometimes, I find I might be this weirdo, but this is just me. Sometimes it's switching off, like, that wrestling side of you, like that wrestling brain, like, as well, get, like, not becoming your wrestling character is sometimes a hard one. Like, sometimes I'll say something to my partner, I'll be like, am I talking to you or Rosie? What one am I talking to right now? Because you're being a wee bitch, so which one is it? Like, so I find that difficult sometimes, is like, not becoming. I know, like, wrestling, you Rosie is basically me times 10, is what Kid Fight always gave us advice. Take your personality, times it by 10, that's your wrestling character. Um so that I sometimes I even get confused. I'm like, am I, like, I don't mind people know my name, but am I Roshin or am I Rosie today? What one am I? Like, so yeah, that's what I find is the toughest aspect, is like, kind of turning off your wrestling brain and not being able to watch WWE because you've seen something go wrong and you're like, ruined. Like, like, something's happening, you're like, damn it. Like, but yeah, that's me, is switching off and remembering you aren't your wrestling character, even though it's you times 10. Like, bring that 10 back and become normal again.
One breezy asks, and this is the other questions, your dream opponent?
My dream opponent, Becky Lynch.
I can see that. I'd like to see that.
I love her. I love her. I'm like, that's who I want to be when I grow up. And I don't think we're much different in age, but I just, she can play any character, and I love it. Like, she's just, and I feel like we'd be best pals.
Yeah,
Like, we're both a bit unhinged, so I feel like it would work. I don't know whether it'd be the worst duo ever or the best duo ever, but yeah.
But does Becky Lynch climb up 50-foot poles?
I'd like to know. Don't think so. There's just nothing cooler. Like, that's even a toxic trait of wrestling. I'm like, so there's difficult aspect again. Climbing up to the top of a telegraph pole, and I'm like, this would make for a really good moonsault. That's what my brain's doing while I'm up there working. That's like, I'd get sacked miserably. That is not what I'm thinking, just in case my job sees this. I'm not actually going to do that, but I would stand up there and I'll go, this would make for a cool moonsault. Imagine the height you could get on that.
We may need to edit this out.
It's fine.
Oh dear. Is it hard now being a wrestling fan now? Obviously, you've been involved in wrestling. I think you said 2018, right?
Yeah.
So
Roundabout.
is it hard like being a wrestling fan now? Obviously, you're involved in wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you sometimes watch things and all you can think is, right, we're at this part of the match, right, we're at this part, he's going to kick out there because this is a big kick out moment, and you're like, this is not fun anymore, I'm just ruining it for myself. So it does become difficult to be a fan of something you do. It's the same as anything. Like, a footballer watching a game of football, you'd be like, oh, why are you not in formation? Oh, he's moved out of there. Like, I think that is a big struggle, is like, no matter what you do, like, as I say, my partner as well, like, she dance teacher. So now when she's watching dancing, she just goes, their toes aren't pointed. Like, is you do struggle to enjoy things as a fan when you've done it as like a a career, I suppose.
Okay. So one of the things obviously I asked in my previous interview was the importance of a referee. In your opinion, how important is a referee in wrestling?
To me, I would always say the referee is the most important part of your match. Um, I I really I don't. I'm going to say rely, but it's not the right word. But I rely on having a good ref because they're the ones that are going to tell you your timing, so you know how you need to flip your match. Something happens to you, they're your safety. They're the person that's going to keep you safe. And even if you feel like I can go on and the ref goes, no, you can't because wrestlers were stubborn, the ref is going to call it for your own safety. They're like, and obviously without them, like my pin would be useless. I'm going to count to three for myself. Like, I also really need to have a word with the rest. They all need new outfits because they all wear the same outfit as me now, and it's quite sad.
This is one of the most memorable interviews I've done. I'm going to be honest.
Listen, I always say to the refs when I go in, like you've obviously seen my promo with picture with the
Yep.
referee gear on, or as I get called in Saltire, Beetlejuice. That's a new one. My new name. They call me, said I look like Beetlejuice. And I was like, Beetlejuice must be really good looking then. But see, that's me, Rosie again. No, but yeah, no, if I don't trust my referee, I don't know how my match is going to go because they're the people that I feel safe being in the ring with. Um, like they're the people that are like, I don't know, they're like the police of the wrestling ring. Like that's what they are. They're like the police. Like they're going to tell you whether you're doing right, you're wrong. They're going to check on you, make sure you're all right. Like I've broke my foot during a match before, and my referee, I said there was like a point I couldn't do my last move that I needed to do, and I said, "Listen, I've really hurt my foot. I thought I'd sprained it, but I was like, I really hurt my foot." And the rest of the guy, right, I'll tell him to come over, just pin him, and I was got fine. After that, I did find out that I broke my foot in two places, but
Ooh.
that ref called that enough and made sure that I was safe and stayed where I was and then helped me out the ring. There's nothing better than a good ref. Like you've got Callum Sands up in Scotland. He's a phenomenal ref. Like he'll keep you right, he'll look after you, and he's just a genuinely good guy. And then recently I've met one in Shield Shield Pro Wrestling where I hold the women's belt. There's a female referee there. She's going to hate me, but I forgot her name. But she's exceptional at what she does. Like she's always checking on you at the right time. She's not overbearing. Like really phenomenal. Had a really good one at Pride Wrestling as well. He was fantastic. Like makes all the difference having a good ref in a match because they're the ones that keep you right at all times. Like, if it wasn't for a ref, you could still be wrestling 4 hours later because you forgot that there's a time limit on what you wrestle. They're the ones that, like, they're the peacekeepers and the police. That's what they are.
It kind of leads obviously to like what we said as well. Communication. That's obviously a key thing as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. You need to have strong communication in the ring 'cause if something goes wrong or, like, we're only human, we're going to forget. Like, we're human, we're going to forget what's next. If your referee's there, they're the person that can call that to the person that you're wrestling with, whether they need to put you in a hold or something, just to get you back in the tracks. They're the person that's like your middle ground there. Like you've got that safety net of crap, I forgot. Can you go and speak to them? And they do, like refs are brilliant. Like they really without a ref your match isn't going to keep flowing. Like one of the best referees I've ever worked with is Sean McLaughlin. He is phenomenal ref. Like he was exceptional at what he did. Like man deserves an award for refing. Like he was brilliant and he was so sarcastic, but he looked after you and he gave you feedback as well. Like a referee that gives me feedback is something I appreciate because they're the ones watching it. They're there, they're watching every minute. Like referee feedback to me is important because I want to know if where I was suited them, or was my pin wrong? Did I have the shoulders down correctly? Like they're the guys that are watching your match, other than the fans and maybe like your promoter. But the ref is seeing everything, like your footwork, like the way you positioned yourself. They're seeing it all. So feedback for your ref, and Sean McLaughlin was brilliant at that, and Thomas Cairns as well was brilliant at giving you feedback on how you were in the ring and how you can maybe develop from their point of view. I don't think a ref giving you feedback is a bad thing. I think I want feedback from a ref so that I know that I done fine by them as well, because they're a part of that match too, is the way I look at it.
No, I love the mindset and stuff like that. So, for people obviously listening, how would you describe Rosie Nyte, the character?
Unhinged.
Straight to the point. I love it.
Unhinged. 0% sleep, 200% chaos. She's just unhinged. Unhinged energy. She just has no filter. She doesn't care what people think of her. Yeah. You just don't know what you're getting with her. It depends on what mood she's in. Like, you're never going to get. I'm saying me because it's me. You're never going to get me in the same mood every time, the same character every time. So you're not going to get Rosie either. Like, we're the same person. You're going to get me the way I am on that day. Like, if I woke up and chose violence, that's what's happening. Like,
Oh shit. Oh shit. By the way, that night mode thing, I really like that.
yeah, no, actually, I was actually recently getting that onto a t-shirt merchandise made, because I had a lot of people telling me they really liked it.
It's catchy,
But
I'm
yeah,
going to be honest with you.
that's me in a nutshell. Energy drinking, absolutely unhinged chaos. You never know what I'm going to hit out with. I don't even know what I hit out with half the time till I watch it back and go, why did I say that? Like,
Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, dear. So a few more questions obviously begin to wind down. Like you said, you obviously
yeah.
got back into wrestling and stuff like that. What's the goals for the rest of the year?
Goals is just to continue, keep finding my feet. Maybe debut for a few more promotions, like a new set of promotions. Can I get myself back into where I am? Sorry, I'm catching the corner of my eye. Logan Smith's walking behind me. We're all at our mum's for dinner tonight, and he's just walking about behind my car, the weirdo. But yeah, that's my goals, is just to keep finding my feet, keep doing well, and keep, developing myself as a wrestler. Logan Smith has come to my window.
Uh-oh.
He's also currently sick.
Bottom.
Logan Smith featured as well.
There we go. I'm not paying extra for that.
No, don't. He owes me £100 anyway, so don't worry.
That's why I said don't get him on the show, because I'll probably say you owe somebody £100.
So yeah, that's my goals, is just keep doing what I'm doing, keep getting my name back out there, like and finding my feet again. Like, I want to start kind of getting back into, showing Rosie again, rather than Rosie staying quiet, because I stayed quiet for about a year there while I made sure that the fire was there again. I didn't want to do the surprise, oh, I'm away again. Like,
Would you like to get out, obviously, like in the UK scene a little bit? Like, do you know that area?
sorry?
Would you like to get out to like the UK scene, like obviously like wrestling, like North wrestling and stuff like that?
Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to. Like, I've currently, I have just been keeping an eye on. Like, I seem to see kind of rascals coming up in my Facebook a lot, and I've seen like Dropkick and stuff coming up. Like, there's lots of these new companies that weren't around when I first started wrestling. So like, it would be good. I mean, I'm always down in South Shields because I wrestle for Shield Pro. Obviously Pride Wrestling as well. So like, I am in England, but I'm just touching the borders, like that area. So I would quite like to get a wee bit further out, like eventually, obviously, and obviously if a promoter sees me as someone that he would quite like to give, or he or she give an opportunity to kind of prove myself as, someone that would be and add a little spice to your roster kind of thing.
Oh dear, Rosie, this has been an absolute blast. I've enjoyed myself. Hope you've enjoyed yourself today.
I have. Thank you so much. It's been great.
I need a couple of things from you. So, is there anything you'd like to plug?
Not really. Just Pride Wrestling. If you are in the Sunderland area, that is going to be Sunderland, Newcastle area. That is, you've got Pride Mania. Basically, are going to the tag finals. So we'll see what happens. And this week, I'm down in Shield Pro Wrestling, which is in Sunderland. So if you're in that area, come along and just live, laugh, Monster Can. I really didn't know what to say there. Didn't know how to end that. So live, laugh, Monster Can is the new thing.
Absolutely. You may see the QR code above your head.
Yeah, I do.
If you scan that will take you obviously to your Instagram. People can go support you in that way. How's that?
What a good guy. Yeah. See,
I've come prepared.
Liam knows that I'm already a wee bit chaotic and unhinged, so he was like, I'll get it all sorted for her. Don't worry, Rosie. I've got your back there, hen.
Absolutely. So, I need one final thing. Do you want to do the outro for this? You can say anything you want. You can promote anything you want, and we'll end the stream. Rosie, over to you.
Oh, no, I'm on the spot. Cheers, guys. Been a pleasure. Liam, you're sound. But guys, stick with the independent scene. Keep an eye on it. There's phenomenal talent everywhere now. And you know what? One of them might be the next one you see on your TV. So support the independent scene, please. Cheers,
Logan,
guys.
And Logan, if you watch this, you owe 100 quid.
Yeah, Logan, where'd you go? Oh, he's away. He's ran. He knew I was calling him out, so he's ran. And do you know what, guys? If you want to get involved in wrestling, no matter who you are, where you live, there is somewhere for you. Go and find it, and don't be feared just to give it a chance, because it might be the best thing and it will change your life. And I can promise you that.
There you go.
And that's me